In April, in an interview, the financier of Wagner private military company, Yevgeny Prigozhin, complained about competitors from other private military companies created specifically to participate in the war against Ukraine. Prigozhin claims that mercenaries from other PMCs are abandoning their positions near Bakhmut.
And what is the difference between these guys who were dragged into the Potok PMC, who cowardly abandoned their positions, framed a bunch of people and, in fact, abandoned our Russian land? They are no different, except that those who took them are sheep and degenerates, who cannot do nothing themselves and think that stealing state money is endless. This is the most important job in the world.
This was the first public mention of a private military company created with Gazprom's money. Later, on April 23rd, a video message from mercenaries from the Potok PMC to Putin appeared on the internet. They complained that the leadership of Gazprom allegedly promised them a contract with the Ministry of Defense, but they went to Ukraine under the command of PMC Redut. By the way, a few months ago, there were reports that Redut was also actively recruiting people for the war against Ukraine, and its mercenaries appeared on the front line.
PMC Redut, it is directly connected with the well-known Russian oligarch and friend of Vladimir Putin, Gennady Timchenko. Well, the same one who now actively trying to infiltrate Mariupol and do the same stories there that he does in Russia. This is the construction of roads, this is the construction of the buildings. Well, here and there and the like, but as for private organizations, we know perfectly well that all private military companies in Russia are de facto controlled by the state.
According to information from open sources, it is known that Gazprom, in addition to Potok, owns two more PMCs, Fakel and Plamya.
PMCs allegedly belong to Gazprom. Yes, Gazprom may be marking and recruiting mercenaries under its legal entity, but de facto all these threats from these same PMCs, they lead directly to the Ministry of Defense, and where the Ministry of Defense is respectively Vladimir Putin.
The creation and operation of such PMCs affects the growth of crime in Russia, experts say. Mercenaries are confident in their right to violence and in their impunity.
It is worth expecting that in Russia the number of crimes that will be committed by people who return from the war in Ukraine will sharply increase. And we already see how this is happening, even according to the statistics of the Judicial Department of the Supreme Court. Last year it is clear that in Russia there is a the number of thefts increased, the number of robberies and even the number of murders increased.
Despite many facts, neither the Russian Ministry of Defense nor the gas monopoly itself has recognized the existence of PMCs associated with Gazprom. Reported by Roman Smoler, Yulia Bil, UATV News.